Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Minds and Money 2018 here in London, and now we have a very special company here, which was in the last weeks and months a lot in the media. I call them the nuggeting company, of course. It's RNC Minerals, and the president and CEO want to talk to us, Mark Selby. Welcome.
Yeah, glad to talk to you today.
Yeah, fantastic to see you again. 4 years ago, we met us in Zurich by coincidence, which was already very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, maybe you give a short overview on your company, and then let's dive fully into it.
Yeah, back at that time, we were a single project company with the Dumont Nickel Cobalt project. Early 2016, we realized it was still going to be a few years until the nickel market was ready for a large-scale nickel project. We picked up 2 assets at that time. A company that had a 30% interest in the Reed copper mine, which was a producing copper asset, and then the Beta Hunt mine, which was a 45-year-old nickel mine with a massive amount of gold potential sitting directly underneath it. So Reed was a home run out of the gate. It took us a while to get Beta Hunt to where it was, but as everyone in the media has seen, we made the Father's Day vein discovery in September, which transformed the company. Yeah,
fantastic. And what really paid your bills is stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen. I really have to hold that up, because this little lovely rock is $25,000 worth, and it's full of gold. It's really heavy, to be honest. So what happened? I mean, that's why I said you are the nuggeting company.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah. So the mine, as in its 45-year history, as they were mining the nickel lenses, around those nickel lenses they would find 500, 600, 700 ounces of specimen gold like this. And so we understood the mechanism as to how that got there. What was really exciting for us is we found a layer about 150 meters down that's continuous across the entire property that creates the same environment for the gold to drop out. And so in September, we're driving along, made a right turn, 3 cuts later, walked into 25,000 ounces of gold, out of the space of your living room.
Just to grab.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it took out, and of that, almost, most of that gold came from about 1.5 tons of gold that graded 40%, or 400,000 grams per ton.
Whoa, Jesus Christ. So what have you done with the money?
Yeah, so we had a lot of debt. That's all gone.
Wow.
We started November with $18 million in the bank. And the key for us was we bought the asset for the gold exploration potential, and we could just never raise the capital to do that drilling. Now we've got three drill rigs on site. Wow. And what impressed us about the property when we picked it up is from the nickel drilling, they basically highlighted 4 kilometers of strike length of 4 different, what we believe is 4 different shear zones. And they just basically did the first 20 meters. So they gave us a roadmap as to where all those shears are, and we're sitting in a structure where these can potentially go for 1 to 2 kilometers.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so we always believed we were building Western Australia's largest underground gold mine, and so we're now well on that path.
Super. And of course you are backed through income, because you keep on finding those lovely little rocks, but you have some big ones at the booth down there, which is really impressive. You even have security.
Yes. Yeah, no, we've got over $4 million worth of gold in the booth.
Wow.
We're able to get the export permit from the Western Australian government. Yeah. So we're taking them out so investors and collectors get a chance to see these beautiful specimens.
Super, fantastic. What I'm asking myself as an investor, from an investor perspective, I would say, beautiful what you have, beautiful you paid off your debt, super that you have the nuggets, but how sustainable is that? Because it's great to find this, but that's not a guarantee, let's say in 2 years, that you still find a lot of nuggets. How do you work that? How do you treat that?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And number one, again, we bought this mine because we believe there was these great big shear zones. Again, 4 kilometers, you can fit 2 mines into that kind of a strike length. That again can go for 1 kilometer deep. We have a 5 kilometer ramp system that's already there
to access. That already? Fantastic.
Yes, that was built. It was built for the nickel, and it's sitting directly above the gold. So we have $500 million worth of infrastructure already in place. So as we drill this resource out, what we saw when we were doing our drilling, our resource is about 3 grams, but as we were drilling, we saw lots of 4 gram, 5 gram intersections, and obviously this sediment layer that we found siphons off a lot of gold. So what we're really excited about is, what's the grade of the material underneath those shears. Just to get this much gold into one little rock, you either need fluids with a lot of gold, a lot of fluids, or both. So, we think maybe we have both, and so, the drilling's going to find that out.
Fantastic.
So, we think, again, this can be a very large mine. And again, in terms of the potential of this asset, these 2 rocks are 3 kilometers apart, on 2 different shears. So this gives us a massive amount of real estate that as we're drilling out the main resource, we can go find more of this high-grade gold in the meantime. So,
and even that it's 3 kilometers away, it shows because the gold did not jump there.
No, exactly.
Normally it has to
comes from underneath.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's a good sign that probably in between you find some more. So in terms of economics, do you have a resource now already drilled, first thing? And second thing is like, are you able, let's say, in the future to do, let's say, a normal sustainable production where you can really calculate and can say, okay, I have X amount of resources or reserves. I know I can produce the next 10 years out of that, and I keep probably, hopefully, finding nuggets on the side, which is a nice top, and you pay out of that a dividend to the shareholders.
Exactly. No, as a big shareholder myself, I'd be very glad to get some dividends in the future. I know we have a 400,000 ounce resource right now, but that's really within the first, most of that's within the first 25 meters, the first scratch. It's this new set of drilling that we're going to have a resource update in the second quarter next year. And as I said, we saw lots of 4, 5s and 6s in the drilling we've done before, and we want to get underneath that sediment layer to see what that base grade's going to look like. So, we're pretty hopeful that it's going to be a pretty decent grade, and again, have a what we think will be a very large, 100,000 ounce plus, gold operation in the future. So.
Fantastic. Wow, that sounds great. What is the let's say, the time plan for that? Just roughly, hypothetically, because it's a forward-looking statement. We don't want to nail you on that. But maybe give us an idea if we talk about 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from here.
Right. Okay. So we've got 3 drills on site right now. We've got
speeding it.
We've got we'll do the resource update Q2. We'll look to re-ramp up the lower grade, the lower grade production, not this stuff, in the second half of next year. And again, given the scale of the asset, we know the ramp, can do 3,000 tons a day. We've done that, and so with that kind of a volume, and we expect the grade, to go up materially. We've got the potential for a mine to be 150 to 200,000 ounces, and then we have, that's just on the first 2 kilometers. Then we have a whole series of other discoveries where we've got another 2 kilometers, which can even add more production.
That's the
longer term. That's the 3+ years out. So again, I think for investors now, the stock's made a nice run.
Of course.
But again, if you step back and say, okay, how many high-grade gold discoveries have there been made in very lowest jurisdictions like Western Australia, and not only in a lowest jurisdiction, but basically sitting adjacent to 5 kilometers of mine infrastructure. So as we find this resource, we're going to be able to bring it in production, relatively quickly.
So time-wise, do we talk about 2-3 years? Is that a thing which would be foreseeable?
We'll look to re-ramp the mine, the low-grade part of the mine, back up in the second half of this year. And then 2-3 years, again, we'll have different phases as we just build out a bigger,
so it's
what we believe will be a bigger and bigger
production scenario. We can call that.
Yes.
Okay. How much money would be required approximately? Or could you say, for example, okay, if we keep on finding those beautiful nuggets, maybe we can pay the most by ourselves?
No. I mean, that's the. I mean, we've got the money for this. This first phase of drilling that we want to do. As we go forward, it really is going to depend on how much of this we find. I mean, I'd love to say it's 5,000 ounces a month, but to be honest,
say that.
I don't know whether we'll find 5,000 ounces next week, next month, or 3 months from now. So, but we know as we found this in the beginning of September, before we even had a model that we knew what we were doing with it, we still found 2,500 ounces of specimen gold. So,
super. Perfect. Maybe a stupid question from my side, but just come to my mind. How do you control that all the nuggets find the way to your treasury and not to the pocket of, let's say, XYZ?
So the miners don't show up in Lamborghinis and Bentleys in the parking lot?
Exactly.
Oh, no. I mean, again, these are in an isolated part of the mine, and we keep access to that part of the mine to a very restricted a few people with gates and cameras. So we have full video of who's going in there and what's going on. So
and you are also not driving 500 Ferraris?
No, no. No,
I'm joking.
No,
of course, but that's important. But honestly, those are the questions we are facing from our viewers. Because this is, I would say, something obvious.
Oh no, it's $25,000. It's that fits in your pocket, right?
So it would fit in my pocket even.
Yeah.
Great. No, that sounds like a real fantastic game plan, I must say, and I really look forward to more news from your side. And I would say keep it going, keep it drilling. When can we await the next news?
Yeah, no, I think we'll start to get drill results out, by the end of the year, and then we'll have a steady flow of drill results through the first quarter next year.
Voilà. So after Christmas.
Yep.
Super.
Yep.
And you probably can
and
show
hopefully have a
few
more nuggets. Yeah, exactly.
I love to see that. Super, Mark. Thank you very much. It was really interesting. And as I said, keep it going.
Yep. Thank you. And hope talk again soon. Take care.
Absolutely, do that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Mark Selby from RNC Minerals, the president and CEO, and you heard it. Those beautiful rocks. Really, this is outstanding. I've honestly never seen that large nuggets, and also at his booth before. And they paid off the debt. This is something I really like as an investor, of course, because it takes out the risk for investors, but also it takes out the risk for the company to be pressurized. That's a really good thing. So they used the money very wisely so far. 3 drill rigs are turning. A lot of news flow is coming up in the first quarter. So I would say check out the company, stay tuned for the news, and thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from London.